Well, back here at home, violence in our schools has become all too familiar in the headlines recently, and it leaves parents, students, and educators scared and struggling for answers. So I teamed up with Shaletta Brundage, the CEO of the ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com podcast network, to get some real answers about what's really happening in our schools. This is just a sample of our roundtable, Healing and Hope, Navigating Life After School Tragedy. Our roundtable started with educating educators. Therapist Lambers Fisher and human potential expert Dr. Verna Cornelia Price talked about the pressure many of those educators are feeling right now.
I've had teachers cry, principals break down crying. I don't know what else to do, right? I don't have the resources, I don't have the connections. They're not listening to me.
Dr. Price says it's important for teachers to have that support from the administration so those teachers can go on to play an even bigger role in the lives of their students.
Don't run, get bold. Get to know your students even more. So when you get to really know them, so when something is going on in that school, you're the first teacher to hear it. And you can make that alarm, you can make that call.
Fisher says teachers should also acknowledge their students' feelings.
And when teachers can say, yeah, your feelings are valid, we do need to work on how you express them, when you express them, and what impact it has on everybody else, but they're not bad. You're not bad for having them, which means I don't have to hide as much, which leads to some of these unhealthily expressed behaviors.
Our discussion moved on to parents, a lot of it centering on social media.
What are you feeding your child psychologically? What are you feeding their emotions with? And the phone, if we're not careful, the phone is feeding them all of this trauma and pain and violence.
Our experts say it's about parents taking an active role.
How can I help you cope with the little things so that you can build up the strength and the tools to cope with the bigger things? Because it's an unhealthy situation that says, I tried to cope, I tried to fix it, no one heard me, no one's listening. What do I have to do to get somebody's attention?
From teachers to parents, it was now time to hear from the kids themselves.
It is kind of disturbing to know that all that goes on inside of a school, like it's just something as simple as going to lunch can turn into like a fight or a lockdown for the school.
Local students Janae, Andrew, and Alec all shared their perspective and their message to the community. What do you want the parents and the educators watching this right now to know about the state of kids in America in 2023? I'll start with you.
I want to let them know that it's hard, especially me as a senior. It was hard going through COVID and not talking to people, not being able to see them, but just let them know that you're there. Let them know that you're that person that they can talk to, of course, always.
And it was some great insight from those kids and great insight from those experts. I want to thank Shaletta for helping all of this come together here. And if you want to watch the entire discussion, and trust me, you want to watch it, it's great conversation, log into KARE11.com, and Shaletta also has the roundtable linked on her Facebook page. We got into so much more that I couldn't get into. We talked about resource officers in schools and best habits and practices for devices. It was a great discussion.
Yeah, and just even bringing up, do you feel safe with your kids? It's not easy for a lot of parents, but it's an important conversation to have.
Very important, especially nowadays.